Hi, I'm Jamie Lusader, Director of Technology for La Cañada Unified School District. I'm also an LCHS grad and former LCHS English teacher. I want to tell you about something we've been planning for the past 2 years. I'm excited to share with you our roadmap for students to have access to more technology next school year. Across the country, schools right now are experimenting in similar fashions that we are. They're allowing each student to have access to a computing device, such as a laptop or a tablet. This is called one-to-one, or one device per student. Some districts are in year 1, some are in year 7. They may be using Macs, iPads, or PCs. Many are using a device that came on the market about 4 years ago called the Chromebook. It's a simple laptop that uses a Chrome browser and that's it. But it's so powerful. Students have access to online resources for research and discovery, Google Office tools to create documents and presentations, and challenging assignments that were previously impossible are now reality. You're going to quickly learn about the laptop program we hope to launch and why we need you to consider sending an affordable Chromebook to school with your 5th or 7th grader. I'm going to share with you an overview of the program, our instructional goals, what students who are our beta testers say about the program since they've been in a one-to-one classroom the entire school year, and how we hope to fund this exciting program. We began the experiment about a year ago at the end of the 13-14 school year. I gave 2 5th grade teachers a Chromebook cart, and with 8 weeks, we started asking some serious questions. What happens if every student has a device? What's the impact on instruction? What does collaboration look like? How is writing affected? We needed to expand that study, so we put out a call for teachers to apply to become one-to-one for the 14-15 school year. We'd offer those teachers laptops for every single student and the chance to really dive in to having a one-to-one classroom. When I asked them how it went, they immediately said, "We can't go back." That was their first response. With support from the Ed Foundation, we also started the new school year with 11 carts shared among our 3rd through 12th grade teachers. So many of our students got to experience a Chromebook classroom this year. Next year, we want to take it one step further. We want our 5th and 7th graders to completely go one-to-one. We want to expand our experiment based on the findings this year. And let me tell you a few things that the kids had to say. When I asked the 4th graders at LCE, Mrs. Hopkins' class, what life was like with the Chromebook, this is what they had to say. We work as a team, we're never alone. We help each other learn how to fix the tech problems. That one makes me most sad and most happy. We spent a lot of time in the early days of the school year with the students, just helping them learn, and now they're the experts. I love that they were able to synthesize, though, that life with technology means that they're learning as a group now. They're really taking charge of their education, and it's just incredible. When I asked them next what school would be like if they didn't have any technology, they replied that they'd get about half of what they got done accomplished. They really see the technology as something that gives them more access and more time. They also responded that they think people do better work with technology, and I thought that was really interesting. With their Google accounts, they have access to revision history, so they're constantly revising and making changes and updating and helping each other. One really profound moment was when they said there really isn't a first draft anymore. I thought that was interesting. They really see that they're constantly revising and editing and updating, and as an English teacher, that makes me so happy. So as someone who's passionate about teaching and learning combined with the possibilities of technology, I really had to think about why La Cañada should join what so many other districts are doing. It wasn't about the headline, it wasn't about graduation rates or attendance. For us, it's something different. We're a unique school system. We can't look to other districts, but we have to blaze our own trail, although we can learn from their mistakes. I would argue that for us, the single most important aspect of a program like this is the purpose and the instructional goals. So I'm starting with our mission statement. We're a learning community committed to personal growth and academic excellence. For me, the learning community is no longer just the brick and mortar of our classrooms, but now it's the world. It is this online space where our students are going to be interacting, and we need to provide them with the tools to be safe. So that commitment to personal growth is now the physical and the digital world. What tools can we offer them to be safe and to make good choices? And then for academic excellence, it's really about our students becoming content creators, not just content consumers. For us, technology is going to take us farther than we could go without it. It's an opportunity. The 5 areas I'd like to really focus on as our instructional goals are getting our students to be present and future ready through having access to challenging lessons, offering the opportunity to our students to acquire skills needed for today and tomorrow, and guiding them to be responsible online. I also want to create a safe place for them to explore and experiment. So for me, I really think about our community, and we're one that sends things to Mars. We need to be adding technology to our classroom to allow those kids to be dreamers. We need them to think about being prepared for the challenges and opportunities ahead. So in order to lay the groundwork for that, we've also been focusing on digital citizenship and literacy lessons. What is learning like with technology? What new challenges await our students? So we need to think about appropriate behavior. We need to think about citing their sources, safe passwords, being kind, taking care of each other. So we know students are going to make mistakes, but we want them to make those mistakes safely at school. With the help of our computer specialists, students have received lessons in internet safety, privacy, plagiarism, understanding copyright, recognizing and reporting cyberbullying. We're going to continue to grow this program, and we're going to increase the lessons and projects to help our students develop that strong understanding. But we could also use your help at home. I encourage you to visit commonsensemedia.org and have some conversations with your kids. You can talk about online safety, find tips about screen time. There's a page about apps to encourage your students to use during the summer. You can also find movie and TV show recommendations. If you've ever been stuck trying to figure out if it's an appropriate movie or show to watch, check commonsensemedia.org. But you're also going to find resources to talk about social media, cyberbullying, and one I saw recently was called, "Is My Minecraft Obsessed Kid Learning Anything?" A couple other quotes that I think are important for you to think about. 65% of our children right now are going to have jobs that don't exist. So when I think about technology, I think I can offer a solution to that problem. What foundational skills do our students need to be successful in a world that we can't even imagine? So by offering them the chance to experiment and explore with technology, they're going to learn some of those skills. I also want you to understand that because we are using Google, that's not the only tool our students have access to. The Chromebook's affordable, $200 to $300. We can't really go wrong with that. And right now, our teachers are so excited about the possibilities. But I want you to remember that we have an iPad lab, we have iMac labs at the high school, and we have PC labs for kids to have access to. So I want them to be experts in word processing, not just Microsoft Word. I want them to know how to save a document in any platform that they find, or know how to make something bold or italics or underlined in anything that they're using. So for us, it's not about teaching them to drive a specific model of a car or laptop, but how to drive in general. Another area that I'm interested in studying is what are the job skills needed for those future careers that we, again, don't even know what they are. But a report recently came out of Bloomberg featuring some top recruiters sharing what they're looking for in their applicants. They're not seeing strategic thinking. They're not seeing creative problem solving, leadership, or communication skills. This is an area I think we can focus on as a school district, and we can talk about what can technology offer us in developing these skills in our children. The last area I want to spend some time on before I go over the specifics of the program is called the walled garden. This is that idea that we can provide an environment for our students to make mistakes without the dire consequences. We can let them stub their toe or trip and get picked up right away. So here's an example. At the beginning of the school year, high school student logged into his computer, did some work, walked away, never logged out. Bell rang, next student came in. That student decided to delete everything he found in the previous student's account. That could be devastating. All the work was lost. But because we have a backup system, a phone call away and it was all restored. Every file back where it's supposed to be. That's what we're providing. An account where every student has all of their files protected and backed up. Again, to protect against students who are malicious, but also to just say, let the kids have a safe place. If that were to happen in the job, it could be disastrous for a company to have a student have somebody walk away from a computer and information could be compromised. But here it's a safe place. Again, there's a great difference between plagiarizing at college where you can be expelled and plagiarizing in high school where it suddenly becomes a lesson. That's what we want to think about. What are we offering our students that is safe for them to make mistakes and have the experience of trial and error without the dire consequences? So again, we want them to be creative, leaders, problem solve, and ready for a world that we quite don't know the composition of yet. So specifics of the program. You've heard what the kids had to say about the Chromebooks. The price, they range from $200 to $400. This year, we've seen such rapid adoption. When I was an English teacher at the high school, I could go to the computer lab any day of the week without a reservation. I could have the MacBook cart for weeks and nobody would notice. That's not the case with the Chromebooks. We can't keep them stocked. The teachers want them every single day. The learning curve is so small. It's just easy. They open it up, 7 seconds later, the kids are working. It's incredible. So if you think about the cost for you over a 2 to 3 year time period, $90 to $120 a year as a back-to-school device. I'm a huge fan of the iPad, absolutely love it, love Macs, but for us, that expense isn't what I think we can afford as a district, and I also think that the laptop sets a different tone. With an iPad, the kids typically do the work assigned to them and then they look for a game or an app to play. But with a Chromebook, this is an educational device. Get your work done, and you can have a little fun by maybe changing the theme of your background. Very exciting for our 4th graders, but that's it. You're back to work. So here's the process. I told you that in the first year, year 1 for us, we had 5 teachers apply, and they've been experimenting all year to great results. Based on that, we want to push into year 2, which would be 15, 16. We want our 5th and 7th graders to go 1-to-1. We'll be adding more shared carts, so we increase the participation by all students in 3rd through 12th grade. Our beta teachers will continue with their carts. Then the following year it would spiral up. And after that, we're really not planning out beyond 4 years because we don't know what's going to exist in the technology world, but we know our kids need to use technology. Funding. We need parents to support this program. If we can get 70% of the parents to say they're going to send a Chromebook to school with their student next year, then the district can cover a 30% gap. The devices will not be higher priced for the 70%. You'll order them directly from a vendor, so you will not be carrying the cost of the 30%. We recognize that many believe a public education should be free, but in this case, for us to take this leap and to make this program a reality, we need your support. So while we will not require everybody to bring a Chromebook, we can only make this happen if 70% of the people do. So if not, we'll go back to the shared cart model where students have access every now and then, which has been great this year, and we can continue that. But I really believe we'll see tremendous gains when we get to the 1-to-1 model. The timeline. So in April, I gave Tech Night talks to all the schools to get start raising awareness. In early May, I started the survey, and I'm hoping after seeing this video, you'll take the survey too. And next week, so end of May, so let's say May 17th, May 18th, I'll announce the survey results. And then we'll be go for the program is what I'm hoping. Over the summer, you can purchase directly through our vendor. I'm going to give you a couple different options of Chromebooks to look at and choose the one that's right for you. So please read the FAQ if you have any more questions. Hopefully I can answer them there. Come out to open house. The tech department's going to be at every site. You can come see Chromebooks, come ask us some questions, tell us your reservations, your hesitations, share with us, and we hope we can answer your questions. Thank you so much for your time. And let us know if you need anything. You can reach me at jlewsadder@lcusd.net. That's JLEWSADDER@lcusd.net. And I hope to see you at open house.